actually, if you want to be a venture capitalist or an entrepreneur, what you should do is you should either go to work for a large company, believe it or not, like a Procter & Gamble, where you truly learn the process of sales, or you should go to work for any kind of tech startup. Let me tell you, so what I guess I want you to do is get hands-on experience. I want you to go out there and get bludgeoned. I want you to get rejected in sales calls. The most important thing I think you could learn for an entrepreneur is how hard it is to sell stuff. Now, this means if you go to Microsoft and you have 95% market share, it might not be such a good lesson. But any kind of structured sales thing, the worst thing you can do to become an entrepreneur or to become a venture capitalist is to go into investment banking. Because if you go into investment banking, you'll get what's called Morgan Stanley disease. And Morgan Stanley disease is when I give people my business card, when I tell them where I work, they sort of, they're like so impressed that I work for Morgan Stanley. And so pretty soon, at age 25, you think that you really know what's going on. And so there are people who make the position, and there are positions who make the people. And so to a large degree, if you work for an investment bank like a Morgan Stanley, after a while you get this Morgan Stanley disease, and you really think you know what the hell's going on. And so pretty soon you go from investment banking, then you go to work for Kleiner Perkins or something, and then now you're giving all these young entrepreneurs advice based on your 0 years of having run a company. And so that is the worst case scenario. I would never start my career as a venture capitalist or investment banker because it will fundamentally corrupt you. It will just eat your brain out. There's nothing worse you could do. I think one of the best things you could do is go to work for a startup that fails, because that's where you'll learn a lot. I wouldn't brag about it. Because when you work for a startup that fails, you truly see the mistakes that are made and what you did wrong. And one of the hardest lessons I had to learn was the difference between correlation and causation. Because as they say, a rising tide floats all boats, or more accurately, what? Oh. What? Correlation and causation? Hey, I was a psych major. What can I tell you? All right, so hallelujah, kumbaya. So this correlation and causation, and a rising tide floats all boats, or as they say, in a tornado, even a turkey can fly. And so many people did not realize they're turkeys. They were just in a tornado. And so that's the difficult thing. Don't be an investment banker and don't be a venture capitalist. Aim higher.